Here in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use YouTube ads to get in front of business owners, or otherwise known as B2B targeting. So if you're a business owner and you're trying to sell to other business owners, then you're in the right spot because this video is going to show you everything that you need to do in order to use YouTube ads to reach your ideal customer or prospect. As always, this video is brought to you by Major League Video Marketing. Major League Video Marketing is the best online training program for any serious entrepreneur or business owner who's looking to use YouTube ads to grow their brand, grow their business, and grow their bottom line. Our program will teach you everything that you need to know in order to run profitable and effective YouTube ads. Our weekly training calls will help you strategically prune, optimize, and scale your existing ads, and our done-for-you video editing removes all of the video editing out of your hands so that you can focus on your sales process and your business. If you'd like to know more about Major League Video Marketing and how our program can help you, there's a link down below. Schedule a call directly with me, and we'll talk about if our program is the best fit for you. And before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel here at Major League, where we're putting out content on a regular basis that's going to help you understand how YouTube ads can work for your business. One area that a lot of less experienced advertisers and business owners have trouble with is targeting business owners on Google Ads. Now remember, Google is what owns YouTube, so when you want to run a YouTube ad, you're doing it through the Google Ads platform. And it's not as simple as it is on other platforms where if I just want to target plumbers, I could just type in plumber, target plumbers, and Google will know who all the plumbers are. It's not as simple like that. You can do that type of targeting on Facebook, but with YouTube and with Google Ads, it requires a little bit more of a nuanced thinking and a different way of thinking about people from a more deeper level in order to do that. And if you watch this video all the way to the end, I'm going to take you over to my screen and I'm going to show you how that works and how you can actually start to set that up step by step on your Google ads or on your YouTube ads. One of the first questions you have to ask yourself and what you need to know is what is my customer or prospect doing on the internet? What content are they searching for? What are they watching on YouTube? What websites are they going to? If you can understand your customers' pain points and the problems that they're trying to solve on the internet, then you can effectively get in front of them. Remember this, Google and YouTube are search engines. People are going there to research, to understand, to learn, whether it's how to grow their business, whether it's to effectively learn something, a new skill or a trade, or how to do something in their business. That's what people are doing. It's not just, regular folks like me and you, but it's also business owners who are trying to learn something or trying to gain something. So if you can leverage that fact, then you can start to effectively get in front of them. Remember, if you sell insurance, they're not necessarily looking for what types of insurances to buy or whatever it is they're trying to do, but they're looking at ways to grow their business. They're looking at ways to manage their company. And if you can get in that mindset of what it is that your customer is doing on the internet, then we can start to put together a game plan to go after those folks. You want to reach the owner of a bar or a tavern, start to understand what it is that business owner is doing on the internet. It's likely not looking up whatever it is that your business does particularly, but it's probably doing something else. So in the case of a bar owner, maybe they're looking up taps, maybe they're looking up refrigeration, maybe they're looking at products or services that they're buying or things that they're doing for their business as a whole. It's not just, tunnel focused on whatever it is that you do. So if you sell insurance, don't just go after the insurance aspect of it, but go after what that bar or tavern owner is doing on the internet. You have to understand who they are. You have to get in front of what it is that they're doing on the internet, because what YouTube ads will allow you to do is once that person is searching for that product or service, or once they're searching for a way to solve that problem, then you can start to get in front of them. Getting in front of the audience is really half the battle. It's important, but you have to do that by getting in front of what it is that their behavior is showing on the platform as a whole. What websites are they going to? What videos are they watching? What are they searching for? How are they looking to grow their business? Now, if you don't know how to do that, ask them. Ask them, John, Susie, Billy, William. Ask them what they're typically watching online. Ask them what they're doing. Do your own research. Go online and see what it is they might be doing. Start to go onto YouTube and Google and let the autofill help you out a little bit, but start to research the content that they're looking up. Look up, what they're doing, and if you can't do that, then call 10 of them. Just ask them, say, I'm conducting a survey, I'm trying to figure out what it is that people in your business, what it is that they typically do online, what are they watching, what are they searching for, what are the biggest problems that they have in their business, and how do they solve those problems? Like, where do they go to research those problems? When they go to Google, what is it that they're typically looking up, and what is it they're doing? Find the keywords, find the videos, find the topics that they're engaging with as a whole, And that's a great way of getting in front of that audience. Now, once you have the search mindset figured out, meaning you know what it is they're searching for, what they're watching, what they're doing, what their behaviors are on the internet, the next thing you need to do, and this is important, and I would say this is more important than just the targeting, is you need to start to set the stage. Setting the stage means you need to have a crystal clear script. You need to have an offer that they hear or that they understand within the first 6 seconds before they can skip the video that is so attractive to them that they don't want to skip your video, that it's so easy to understand and bulletproof, and what you're doing is you're attracting, you're hooking the right person into your ad, into your offer, and by doing that, you're going to start to exclude who it's not good for. You need to make your script the most, the thing you pay attention to the most in your ad, because we can have all the best targeting. We can get in front of 1,000, 1,000,000 of your perfect customers that are business owners, but if they don't hear what they want to hear, if they don't hear an offer that's attractive to them, that makes them go, yes, I need to know more about this, or tell me how to get this, then you're not being effective anyways. And your script, you can start it off with calling them out by name, the occupation. You can also ask a question. Maybe it's a question that they're feeling all the time. You can raise a pain point, something that's going to immediately bring a connection emotionally to whoever it is that you're talking to. The next thing you need to do in your script is you need to shoot it on location. You need to think about your environment. If I'm trying to target owners of bars and taverns, I'm probably not going to shoot a lot of my video in my office, because there's no congruency, there's no connection to what it is that I'm talking about. I'm in parts unknown. And so make sure you're shooting on location wherever possible. So if you're targeting a bar or a tavern owner, probably go to a bar, go to a tavern, have a glass of beer in your hand and drink it, or do something that brings a connection, because it's not just the words that they hear, but it's what they see. And that's why YouTube ads are powerful, because it brings a emotional connection with what they hear and what they see. So if you marry those two things together, you can start to get more traction with your ideal customer or prospect. Now with our script and our location dialed in, we've got our video, we feel very confident and comfortable with what it is that we're saying on camera, and there's a visual congruency to what we're doing. Now we can start to leverage the tools that Google gives us to target these individuals. And the way that I do this is I start with a layered approach, and I'll do a combination of different targeting options within the platform. Now, one thing that I do is I do a lot of in-market audiences and topics. So that's people who are in the market for something in particular. It could be a business service or something that they're looking to research, like a CRM or marketing or anything like that. And I'll start to combine that with the topics of videos that they're likely watching. Again, understanding what it is that they're doing on the internet. And when I'm not doing that type of layered targeting, I'll either do an in-market audience and keywords. So things that they might be researching in real time, things that are a little bit more kind of pinpointed and snappy and to the point, so that I can start to get in front of those people based on what they're searching for and what they're watching. Now, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about when we talk about in-market audiences and keywords and topics, up above there's a link to click on where I went through a whole training, and I broke down all these training and targeting options to help you understand what they mean. If you don't want to click on that, I'm also going to put a link to that playlist down below. I would encourage you to watch that, where I break down what keywords are and how they work. I break down topics and in-market audiences. You can understand where those things fit into your business strategy and your marketing strategy. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to show you how to set that up. I'm going to go over to my computer screen, so follow along with me, and I'm going to show you how to set up in-market audiences with keywords and in-market audiences with topics on different split test campaigns. And it's important that you split test these things, because it's not a one size fits all. What works for somebody in New York City might not work for somebody in Scottsdale, Arizona. So there's different audiences, different markets. It's important that you kind of test your offer with these different layered options. And I'm going to show you how to do that now on my computer. So what I already have set here is I already have a couple campaigns that I've set up where I've targeted in-market audiences and topics, and I'm going after mortgage loan officers in this particular ad. And I'm also doing a combination of just keywords. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this up for you, and it's important, again, that you wanna split test this based on your location and your offer. So when you're in your Google Ads account, you wanna click on the blue circle with the plus in it. You wanna launch a new campaign. And where I always go is I always go straight to leads. When I hit leads, I select video. I already have my conversion set up. That's a different topic for a different video. But what I do is I leave it set at maximize conversions to start. and we're just gonna get right into the topics and right into the audiences and right into the targeting. We have all this, we're gonna assume this is all set up how we want it. And from here, down the bottom, we see our different targeting options. We can do demographics, audiences, keywords, topics, and placements. It's important that you always have your location set, and you would do that right up here. But then you also want to make sure you have your demographics set. So if you want to target only females or only males, if you want to exclude anybody like an 18 to 24-year-old, which is probably what I would do, you might want to leave 65 plus, or you might want to exclude it. It's really predicated on what it is that you're trying to do. And down here we have audiences and we have topics. Now for audiences, I'm going to select something that I think that they might be in the market for. So it might be something like advertising or marketing services, because who's traditionally looking for those things? That might be more of a small business owner. I might also do people who are an affinity audience for business professionals. And if you hover over, you can see what it is that Google segments these people by. So people who are in the market are looking for CRM solutions or payroll services, or they're looking at content that's based on management or SEO or spreadsheet software. These are business professionals. It's a great way to kind of start with the first layer. And then what I might do is I'll go down to topics and I'll find what it is that they're looking for. So if I want to target, something that maybe let's just type it in here. We'll kind of go here. We'll go to business industrial. Let me select the little check down box, and I might say, okay, what is it they might be in? Are they looking at topics in the automotive industry? Are they looking at business finance, which is huge, right? So what, commercial lending, investment banking, or business operations, these topics really kind of put me into business plans and presentations, business services. So I'm getting in front of people who are in the market for maybe marketing and advertising, or maybe they're in the market for a CRM, and they're looking into these different topics, office supplies, whether it's a secretary or a business owner, if it's somebody who's running a brick and mortar business, small location, they're probably buying their own furniture. And you can start to get in front of these people based on who they are, business professionals, and the things that they're watching currently. This is a great way to start to get in front of B2B folks. Now, if we want to kind of start from scratch and we say, let's do in-market audiences and keywords, and let's say I want to target maybe a particular niche or a particular type of person, then I'll maybe leave these in-market audiences by themselves, and in the keywords, I'll select 3 to 5 keywords that they're probably looking for. So we use the example of a bar owner. Maybe there's a certain type of tap. I don't know what taps are, but maybe they're looking at restaurant. You can tell I know how to spell really, really good. Restaurant storage. And I'm doing different keywords that are more broad on what is it they might be doing, or more specific. And this is stuff it's happening in real time. So maybe there's a certain brand of a refrigerator. We'll call it Acme Fridge. It's things like that, things that they're looking up in real time. And so you're layering who they are as an in-market audience and the keywords that they're searching for. And what you really should do is you should probably have 5 to 7 keywords that you're hitting on, depending on your location, the size of the geography that you're going after, and kind of the product. You might want to have a little bit more, and you might want to have a couple of these campaigns where you're hitting more and more keywords. And that might be something that might be good. Again, I talk about in the keyword video why you might want to only have a certain amount of keywords in here, and you want to kind of follow that theory, and you can duplicate your campaigns to create more campaigns that are hitting more keywords to go after your target audience. Doing business-to-business targeting with Google on YouTube is possible when you know who the audience is, when you know who it is that you're trying to reach. If you just go in this on a surface level and you just think, I just want to reach, pest control companies. Well, you're not really, you're just on the surface there, and you're not being effective. You have to understand who they are. Believe it or not, people who own pest control companies are using the internet. They're using the internet to learn more about their business. They're using the internet to try to grow their business. And so if you can start to understand the mindset, get into the head of that business owner and try to, understand what it is they're doing, you could be very powerful. You could be lethal with YouTube ads, because you're connecting an emotional medium like video with a great offer, and you're leveraging Google data to get in front of them. Now, in the next video, one thing I want to show you to do is I want to show you how you can start to exclude the wrong audiences. You don't want the wrong audience in your ad. You don't want to pay for kids, and you don't want to pay for people watching or listening to music videos, and you don't want to pay for people playing video games. In the next video, if you click on it right over here to my side, I'm going to show you how to exclude those audiences so that you can continue to put your ad in front of the right audience. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, subscribe to the channel where we're putting out regular content that's going to help you use YouTube ads to grow your business, grow your brand, and grow your bottom line. We'll see you in the next video.